Good morning, everyone. Boker Tov. We are continuing the Halachot of Purim, and we are in Siman Taf Reish Pei Tet. Everyone is obligated to listen to the Megila. Men, women, children, converts, servants. So when it comes to children, we want to try mechanech, to raise the children, to train them. But of course, under Bar Mitzvah, they're not obligated. And women, even though Megillat Esther is a mitzvah shazman grama, it's a time-bound mitzvah, but because af hen hayu be'oto hanes, they were also part of the mitzvah, part of the miracle, and even the miracle was very involved with the woman Esther Malka, and therefore the women are included in this mitzvah. They have to listen to the Megillah both night and day. Same thing is going to be B'ezrat Hashem for Pesach, that the woman, Nashim Tzadkaniyot, Bnei Yisrael, the zechut of the woman to come out of Mitzrayim, and so the women are also obligated in the 4 cups, etc. Halacha Bet says, be it if you are reading it, or if you're listening, Shomea Ke'oneh, as the halacha is, if the person has to have in mind for the kahal has to have in mind for the person that is reading, and they're yotzeh that way. And as we mentioned a couple of days ago, if the person that reads is not yotzeh himself, if he's a katan, or if he's not well, or if he's a cheresh, he's deaf, then he can't do the mitzvah for others as well. He can't be motzi. So a kid who's 12 years old, he can read it beautifully, but you can't fulfill the mitzvah that way. You have to hear from a gadol. When it comes to a cheresh, someone who's deaf, it means someone who's deaf completely. You can't hear at all. So people that have hearing issues and they could hear 50%, whatever, the hearing aids, that's okay if that person reads the Megillah for others. But if someone can't hear at all, then they can't read the Megillah for others. Skipping a few halachot that aren't really nogea, but skipping to halacha hey, interesting halacha, if let's say there's no minyan, so Megillah can still be read even without a minyan, but ideally, if there's no minyan and everyone in the kahal knows how to read the Megillah, then everyone should read on their own. But if not, then one person can be motzi the kahal, motzi the group, if they don't know how to read on their own. But ideally, if people know how to read on their own, then they should read on their own if they're beyachid. If they're in a tzibur, even if you know how to read on your own, you should do it with the tzibur, of course. And the last halacha vav of Siman Taf Reish Pei Tet is minhag tov lavi ktanim ktanot lishmoa mikra Megillah. It's a good minhag to bring the children, boys and girls, to listen to the Megillah. Now, the Mishnah Berurah does say, obviously, that the kids are not going to be so young that they're going to cause disturbances, but of course, to mechanech them, to teach them, to train them. Now, he does say that, unfortunately, sometimes the banging of the Haman takes over the whole thing. And if the whole focus is the banging of the Haman, then that's not the chinuch, that's not the training. The training is, train your child, like the good old days he writes here, child beside the parent, with the Megillah, word for word, to listen to of course, to bang for the Haman, when we bang for the Haman, but the main thing is to train to listen to the Megillah in its entirety. And that's what he says, that ideally, and not an obligation, but ideally, every person should have a kosher Megillah in front of them, so that if they do miss a word because of the noise and everything, they could fill it in when they if they miss that word, they could read it in the Megillah. Okay, so that is that for today's halachot. A few things for today. We have the Parashat Zoom Shiur 3:30 to 4. I'll send the link again. The same link every week. Mincha 5:55. And B'ezrat Hashem Haftarah Shiur tonight at 8:30. B'ezrat Hashem. Have a good day, everyone. Tanit v'Eliyahu.